Embassy of the Dead, Chapter 15. What could be simpler? A cupful of cold tea hit Jake in the face and he came to, gasping.
Boy, can you hear me?
It was Stiffkey. Jake sat up and looked around, dazed. Stiffkey and Bad Penny were standing over him, Bad Penny with an empty bucket in her hands. Jake realised with relief that he was back in the house, and after patting himself down, yes, he was back in his body too.
What happened? Gasped Jake. I think I was dying. Aye, Jake, he was sucking the energies right from you. That's what them types do. Can't help themselves. Even though it prolongs their time here, it's sad when the thirst for energies outweighs the longings.
Stiffkey turned to glare at Bad Penny.
It ain't right, leaving a mere child alone with a summoner.
She looked at Jake.
The boy's fine. You worry too much.
She rolled her eyes, but Jake could see she was shaken.
Do you have a solution to your problem?
Asked Bad Penny. Jake nodded. I need to undo a ghost. Then I get an undoer's license, which invalidates clause 7.3. Bad Penny smiled smugly at Stiffkey.
You see? Sixsmith may be a soul-sucking summoner, but he knows his stuff.
Well, don't look at me, boy, said Stiffkey. I'm like the proverbial Gordian knot. I can't be undone.
Bad Penny nodded.
It's true. He's a lost cause. You'll need to find another ghost and learn the basics of undoing. Luckily for you, you've come to the right place. Follow me.
Bad Penny led Jake and Stiffkey back through to the kitchen. She picked up the Book of the Dead and flicked through it until she found what she was looking for. A slip of loose paper pressed in between the pages. It was a list of names, about 40 in total. All but 2 were crossed out.
This was the last list the embassy gave me to work on before they revoked my licence,
she explained to Jake.
It's a list of trapped souls, ghosts who requested to be undone. Me and Stiffkey had some fun solving some of these.
She ran her finger down the list.
I remember Ebony Bryce, of course. Died of old age, but couldn't pass to the afterworld. She had no form or visuals to her ghost, just a smell hanging around for near eternity. Until her cross-stitch was finished, that is.
Penny pointed to a cross-stitched picture on the wall.
It took me a month, but the young couple that had bought her house were so grateful.
Penny's eyes ran down the list.
Oh, and remember Bobbin McNamara, Stiffkey?
Aye, said the ghost, almost smiling.
He got trapped in the shifting mud when he was out digging worms for bait. Drowned when the tide came in. They buried him without his precious penknife. Well, we righted that, didn't we? And oh, the look of joy on his face as he passed on. Such is the life of an undoer.
Bad Penny sighed, lost in the memory.
We were quite a team, me and Stiffkey, weren't we, Albert?
Stiffkey nodded solemnly.
Aye, that we were, he said.
Bad Penny looked at Jake over the top of her glasses and handed him the list.
It was a good few years ago, but there's a chance that the last 2 ghosts are still out there, waiting to be undone. Cora Sanderford, minor level poltergeist, and Rose Bahari, a spectre. It took us so long to undo the ghost before Cora, the trouble we had with Finn O'Callaghan. She gave a little laugh. After him, the embassy moved us on to easier ghosts, but then, well, you know what happened. Anyway, I still got their files somewhere.
She wandered off down the stairs and could be heard rummaging through boxes. Jake looked at Stiffkey. It's worth a shot, isn't it? Stiffkey narrowed his eyes.
Aye, but 1 day and 1 night only, and then we have to get the finger back to the embassy, back to safety. Deal?
The ghost spat on his hand and held it out. Jake wasn't sure if ghost spit was real or not, but decided to do the same and took Stiffkey's cold hand. Deal. The spit was real. Jake tried to wipe his hand on his leg without Stiffkey noticing. Penny walked back into the room with 2 files and dumped them into Jake's arms, along with the Book of the Dead.
You probably don't read much, do you? Stuck inside your play machine all day, I expect.
She handed him the old book. "It's out of date, mind," she said, picking up Pipkins and scratching him behind the ears, then adding with a wink, "but not as much as old Stiffkey is." Jake glanced down at the book and the files in his arms. "Right, so—" he started, unsure of what it was he needed to ask. "You'll be fine, dear," said Bad Penny, reading his mind. "You're sensitive, you've got the ways. All you need to do is talk to them, work out what's troubling them and why they're still here, and then you need to fix it. Find something lost, return something stolen, pass on a message. Soon as you do, poof, they're gone. What could be simpler?" And what do you think of that? Is this starting Jake on a really interesting new career?
But I think we should comment the next chapter about both of the chapters.
Oh no, I think we'll take a break here.